Okay, so apparently I am video challenged. So this was quite the feat to try and get this video done. Apparently they changed a lot of things on YouTube, so I will do my best. So after watching all the videos that Dr. Will gave us to watch, the legal issues video were really interesting, actually, and kind of concerning for me, because I guess I do worry about being sued by a client if they don't like what I do, or my license coming into question. All those things are pretty scary things when you think about being a clinician. So what I actually thought was the most interesting was on the false memory syndrome website. After like viewing all of that stuff, it's pretty dated information. So I think the field has changed quite a bit since like the 1990s and 1980s, where I don't think you see as many clients suing clinicians over bringing up false memories. As far as trauma goes, I really feel that the trauma field has progressed and changed as far as that goes. So some of that stuff I felt like wasn't really relevant currently, but it also led me to question like for myself, even just if now I'm discovering these things that have come up for me as far as like trauma related issues, now I'm like afraid that what I'm remembering is not true and not accurate. And I would really just like a clinician to help work me through it rather than be worried about me suing them, and just not feeling crazy that things are happening and these things are coming up, and being able to trust someone and be able to get some help processing through that. I guess the biggest thing is for mental health specialists, it's trying to determine what is false and what is real. I don't really think is for us to really do, because it mostly talked about how, as far as a court of law goes, so that would be something that would be beneficial. But as far as that, I mean, as long as you can wholeheartedly like believe your clients that they're experiencing what they're experiencing, I don't understand why we would question that for them, whether they remember it or not, if it's true, and just helping them process through that with them together versus like making them think that they're crazy because they're remembering something maybe that didn't really happen, and just really doing due diligence to be there with them in that moment and processing through whatever it is, the memories that are coming up. So as far as how to work with a client who has been falsely accused of sexual abuse based on repressed memories coming to light years after the alleged abuse, to be honest, I have no idea how I would work with a client in that way, other than to help them do more processing, I guess, and like figuring out what they're gonna do with that now, and if they have a court case or something, or if they've been charged as a light of old memories, or kind of what the circumstances are. It's kind of hard for me to judge what I would do because I've never, I guess, had that experience. I guess I would just treat them like any other client and give them the same, fairness and trust, and just try and build rapport and help them figure out what to do in light of this situation. I guess it has a lot to do with if there's an actual court case or if it's just someone that's accusing them from long periods ago. I would not know actually what to do, so I'm just being honest. I have no idea. So the other thing that I really took away from the videos that we got to watch was the strategy section. I know a lot of that stuff probably kind of seemed like common sense for us now, as far as like setting appropriate boundaries with clients. They also talked about making sure that you get like liability insurance on yourself as a clinician, but also adding like some additional insurance on there that kind of helps protect you. And then just being able to reach out to colleagues and be honest with a lawyer if things do come up, and just, but I also feel like a lot of that stuff is stuff that we kind of already know, and are kind of some of those protective factors that are actually already built in now to our program to educate us on kind of what to do as far as like being sued and things like that, and what to include in progress notes and what not to include in progress notes. That was pretty helpful in the video also, to just make sure you're being real and you're being honest, and You're putting forth what the client is reporting versus leaving out your own opinion or statements as far as that goes in progress notes. And just, I guess that's what I took away from all of those videos is that information, and just being there with clients when they're processing trauma is just, for them to come to you anyway is probably a huge feat all in itself, to get help and realize that there's something wrong. So I don't know. I think it would be, this was very actually helpful and beneficial for me. So I guess I'll add that. I don't like the video format, but I'm sure I'm not the only one of the students that didn't really care for this portion of it. But it's just interesting to see, and I'm interested to see what other students have to say. So I don't know. And that's all I got.